The following is a non-profit fan dub. Cinderella Phenomenon is owned by Dicesuki.
Please support the official game by following their links placed in the description box below.
We hope you enjoy, dearies.
My name is Lucette Ruka, daughter of the King Genaro III. I am the Crown Princess of the Kingdom of Angeal. At least, that's who I used to be. But that was before yesterday, when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I'm stuck in a nightmare. But no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. I close my eyes and remember that day. It had started out like any other day.
Have you heard? Another person was cursed.
I am on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the sound of hushed voices. There are two maids standing next to each other with brooms in hand. These two are slacking off again.
That's terrible. What fairy tale curse was it?
They say it was Pinocchio.
Pinocchio? The fairy tale with the lying boy whose nose grows longer? That's awful.
You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again?
I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you-know-who was defeated.
You two were hired to work, not talk.
We're sorry, Your Highness.
As can only be expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. The fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects, even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak, and Jill would be better off without the dead weight. If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from Angeal the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother is not here anymore. And she will not come back. Ever.
Princess? The King and Queen are waiting in the dining hall.
I'm on my way. The King, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining hall. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their absence.
Good morning, Lucette.
Good morning, Your Majesty.
Good morning, Lucette.
Lucette.
Ophelia. Ophelia WungoBungoVA. Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She can never be a true queen, for she pales in comparison to Mother. I take my seat next to the king, then look up at the person sitting opposite of me. Rod Benedict WungoBungoVA, my stepbrother, is bored and quiet as usual. He's 2 years my junior and is the younger of Ophelia's children. He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. It was apparently given to him by a fairy. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister? My eyes go to the empty seat beside him. She is probably the most infuriating person I've ever had the displeasure of knowing.
I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time.
And here she is.
Good morning, dear father, mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you too, Lucette. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it?
Emelaigne WungoBungoVA, Rod's elder sister and my stepsister. She acts as if we're blood, as if she too were born a princess. As if she could be crown princess. Perhaps steal my place? I will never let that happen.
Now that everyone is here, let us begin.
Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast.
So, Emelaigne, you were reading the fairy tale books that the king brought you?
Oh, yes. There are so many, and they're all so wonderful. Thank you so much, Father.
I'm happy you like them.
I love them. It's so strange that the library didn't have any of them to begin with.
That is because Mother hated them. She had all the books burned.
But why? They're such charming stories.
Fairy tales mislead humans into believing they can have things they do not deserve. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they want them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place.
What are you implying about witches, Lucette?
The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room growing heavy. I continue to eat. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the evil in this world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall.
Have you any idea what you are talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Even now, they still spread their fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects.
The truth is, I know very little about the time the witches had free reign over Angeal. I was very young then, and Mother forbade me to leave the palace, sometimes even my room. I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone. And so I cannot bring myself to care. How do you know the cursed are innocent?
Our people have been toiling day and night to rebuild Angeal after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Every day, I wonder what your mother taught you about—
Leave Mother out of this.
Dear, please. Lucette, darling, your father didn't mean to—
I am not one of your children, Ophelia. I do not need your sympathy.
Lucette, you will show your mother respect.
She is not my mother. I set down my fork and knife and stand up. I am done. Excuse me. My father and I have never got on, but our relationship has significantly worsened since he married the baker. My father, the king, it has been 17 years and I've never felt any love from him. He treats Emelaigne and Rod, who only entered our lives 1 year ago, like his own children. Better than he has ever treated me. This has been my life ever since Mother passed away 4 years ago. Mother was the only one that was there for me when no one else was. If it wasn't for the accident during the Great War, she would still be here.
Why the sour face so early in the morning, Princess? Let me guess. It's the king, the queen, or Princess Emelaigne. Or is it all of them?
I ignore his question. Fritz, what are you doing here so early?
I'm running some errands for my father.
Fitzgerald Aidan Leverton, son of the highest knight of the Order of Caldera. His father, Sir Alcaster, has served the royal family for many years. Sir Alcaster is one of the king's most trusted advisors. 3 years ago, Fritz was assigned the honor of becoming my personal knight. His presence is the only company I can tolerate nowadays. You should wait in the throne room, then.
Thank you. Princess?
Yes?
You know, I haven't seen you smile once since I met you.
Why is that of any importance?
Still, I do hope to see you smile one day, Princess. Well, I won't take up more of your time. I'll see you at 10.
10?
Don't tell me you've forgotten.
Forgotten what?
You're going to town today, remember?
I deflate as the realization dawns upon me. It has been 2 days since the king issued the order.
Lives in a monochrome world, broken from the sight through her lonely eyes. It reflects the ocean and stars, but her cry echoes around the simple loss of love in her heart, making this whole fairy tale alive. Within sorrow's tender embrace, this was never meant to happen. The day, the only reason you have to stay. Hear me sing my song and just keep holding on. Cinderella Cinderella, why don't you stay with me tonight? We will dance until midnight comes and we could run away. Oh, we will never ever be apart. Set aside all your fears, this magic lives inside your heart. I am here, would you wanna stay with me tonight? Follow me, we will run across the bridge of fantasy. Oh, all the pain and sadness that you feel, believe in me, hold me close, don't ever let me go. Come and stay with me forever, magic lives so long as I am here.